Now this is majestic right here. Look how pretty it is. Oh my goodness. Edward, what you got?
I found bones.
You found bones?
Like bones. Like animal bones. But
Oh,
bones.
you should wash your hands. I got hand sanitizer in the car. Is his teeth in there? You should collect them. Put them on a necklace.
Yeah, no, after we just reminded me that things could be dirty, I don't think I'm going to touch it again. I think I'm okay with that. Like, we're like halfway to an album cover.
Look at this shot right here. This is the shot.
This is, yeah.
No, I'll put it behind the plants right here.
A little bit behind them, yeah, and just like, yeah, like.
So anyway,
we put
this is
there.
the Edward and Isaiah mini vlog session. You don't get to make it in here often, so let's do it. We came all the way to Tennessee.
Because there's this beautiful
You're
lake.
the only 10 I see. Would you take a swim?
No. Well, I mean, maybe. It's too cold this time of year. I probably would if we want to come back in a couple months.
Come back in a couple months.
No,
We'll swim.
that's what I was talking about.
I'm gonna film this in case I fall, so it's good footage.
Oh.
I was joking, but then it almost happened.
That was almost your life right there.
Nervous laugh. Hee 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 hee. Woo! We made it. You guys should try this. It's great.
Beating rocks on rocks? Rocks on rocks. You know?
Now this is a rock. Woo! Okay, we're good. We can go now. It's a beautiful day, man. Hey, we kind of matching or whatever.
A little bit.
Little alternating fit right now. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's one of the, wow! One of those, Look at the majesty of our earth that we live on. Yeah! So happy to be existing. I'm gonna climb on these rocks now. These ones less treacherous than the last. That one's still treacherous. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Get outside. It's nice out. Don't throw rocks at me, Edward. I saw you. Let me see this try one more time. Just one more time. Come on. You can do it. Long stride. Yeah. Student athlete who?
Hey, so it's nighttime. Ah! There's a moth. Anyway, it's nighttime, and oh god, that's a big moth. And yeah, I want to take some like pictures and things. So yeah. Also, if you want to check these photos out, go to my website right there, and check them out because they're gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna post them on there. And yeah, I have photos from like Glacier of this type of. Stop with the moth! So I'm thinking of doing some kind of like photo sale thing at the end of this year, at the end of the month, maybe end of April. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe it would be good, you know, cause I need money really badly, and like bills are expensive. So let me know. So like I said, I wanted to take some really cool photos, and I did that. We got out there, and I was able to take some photos of the night sky. Wanted to go stargazing, and I was like, holy crap, I have my camera, and I have my lens, and I got my tripod, and I got me. So now we're gonna edit some photos and come along, and let me show you how I deal with something that's a big problem when I'm shooting astrophotography: light pollution. It's a pain in my butt, just because I'm in North Carolina, so finding places that aren't totally light polluted up is nearly impossible. There's just not a ton of places around here. If you look at like a light pollution map, it's pretty high. So with that, you get this kind of brown glow to a lot of your photos that just isn't super attractive. It's not a good look. And so with that, I wanted to kind of show you guys what I do to edit these kinds of photos, because they're a little different than my typical pictures. And like, I do a lot of portraits and random, you know, like mountain pictures and things like that. But these are completely different. So come check it out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the typical. I like to bump up my contrast. And normally I would drop my highlights, but instead of dropping the highlights on this one, I'm actually going to bring them back up. And in addition to that, we're going to bring up our shadows just a little bit. Whites a good bit, because I want to see those stars illuminated super bright if I can get them. Blacks will go down a bit just to give even more contrast, and with that we can just move on to color. And this is super important because this is kind of where we're gonna get rid of a lot of that brown ugly goop. I could take this and I could really, you know, expand upon it, like really outline how yellow and stuff it is, but I kind of like the blue, so I think I'm gonna go actually over here with it and get it about there. So I put the temperature at about 3,300. I don't really work off of numbers usually, like the actual values of the stuff when I'm editing, but if you do, there you go. And finally, dehaze. Dehaze is a big one, and that honestly is gonna get rid of most of that nasty, you know, brown coloring that you get from a lot of that stuff. I'm gonna crop this down to a 5x4, aka 8x10, and let's see, I want to keep this tree in frame because I think it looks dope. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that down to about there. I like that. Okay, not bad. Let's go to the next one. So on this one, I actually decided to pose in front of the camera, so we're kind of working with two different things here. So I've got to worry about the color here in the foreground. Obviously, you know, I've got to be illuminated. My pants are darker in this, so I want them to be outlined pretty good. The rocks that are in front that I'm standing on are all going to be pretty dark, so I got to work on that. And then finally, I can worry about the background, because the thing is, with the background, if I want to, I can go back to that photo I took earlier and slap that on this one, and then nobody's going to be the wiser. And on this one, I actually want to go a little yellow with it. Down here, if you notice, next to me, there's a bunch of like yellow lights and stuff, and so I kind of want to match that vibe going into the clouds and give it that like sunset with the stars. I'm actually gonna go in for this one and select. So what we can do is we can go to select sky, and if you're not using Lightroom and you're wondering what I use, this is what I use. It's great. It's very, very useful. So you can go in now. I've selected the sky, and this will just edit the sky. So if I want to make it look like crazy, I'm going to dehaze that a good bit, just to get rid of some of that extra crud in the background of the photo. And that way it kind of illuminates how bright the horizon was, because it really was super bright, and I want that to be clear. I don't like this stick thing though, so I'm gonna try and heal some of that away. I'm working with a very dark photo, so a lot of this stuff can just be kind of ignored in the final, because no one else is gonna see it but you guys, you know what I mean? So right here I can scribble out a big chunk, and nobody's gonna notice because they can't see that well in the photo anyway. Finally, I'm gonna do a gradient. I'm gonna go in here, add a linear gradient, pull this down, and that way I can work on the sky. And I really want to darken the shadows and brighten some of those highlights. So I'm basically coloring in the rocks right here, adding this kind of amorphous blob of stone. That way I don't have to have some weird transition in the rocks that doesn't make sense, but it's dark enough that it's believable, and nobody's gonna sit there and question like, oh, is that really what that rock looked like? Like, it didn't, but they ain't gonna know. Just like that, we have ourselves a whole new rock face that we're dealing with. I got rid of that big ugly bush that was in the photo, and now we've got this pretty thing. So I hope that explains it a little bit on like some of the editing things I do. I've gotten some questions recently on like how I edit and what I use, and those are the things. And yeah, I hope that helps. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a really good time. Like I said, check out my website. I'm also posting on my Instagram at what's_the_point-and-shoot, and at isaiah.moss if you are on looking for my personal. Check out my website, check out my Facebook if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, check out my YouTube. And those are all the things that I do, and I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Let me know what photos you want to see on the website for maybe an end of the year sale kind of thing. That'd be fun. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.